Hello everyone. Today in this session, I am going to teach the poem Ozymandias. That poem is written by P.B. Shelley. In the previous session, I have taught the poem of Rabindranath Tagore's Live This Singing and Chanting. And today I am going to teach the present poem Ozymandias that is written by P.B. Shelley. See the objectives of today's poem. First, we have to know about the poet, P.B. Shelley, then understand the critical analysis of the poem, and to know the literary devices. See the slide. I have posted here the picture, the image of the poet Percy by Shelley. And the poet was born in 1792 and died in 1822. He is a famous romantic poet and a contemporary of Lord Byron. He is noted for a lyrical charm and idealistic spirit. And as a very young man, he entertained unshakable convictions of love, liberty, and God. And many of these ideas were unconventional. These are not the traditional one. His major works include long visionary poems. Some of the poems I have mentioned here, such as Queen Mab, Ulster, Adonis, Ode to a Shylock, that is also the famous work, Ode to the West Wind, and some dramas in verse, such as Portsmouth Unbound. This is the information about the writer P.B. Shelley. Now, I will tell you in brief about the present poem, Ozymandias. This is a type of a sonnet. First 8 lines, that is the octave, and the next 6 lines, that is known as sestet, which contains 6 lines. So, sonnet contains 14 lines. It is a philosophical poem, deals with the transcendence of earthly power rather than about love or beauty. Then it is about an antique traveler who told the poet about the desert with a shattered statue in it. And the statue is a legendary King Ozymandias, uh, the ironic hero of the poem. We will see that in the poem. And antiquity, Ozymandias was another name of the pharaoh Ramses II. See, this is the poem, the first part of the poem. Here are some lines of the poem. The first line of the poem I read here. Before reading, I tell you some important things about it. Here at the right side, I have given the picture of that Ozymandias, and below that I have given the difficult words meanings. See, I read the poem loudly. I met a traveler from an antique land who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and snare of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. See that poet says that he made a traveler. Traveler means a man who is going from one place to another place. And here, the meaning of antique used as an adjective here from very ancient times means the man is from a very ancient times, and that man said, see, who said? That stranger uh, or that traveler told the poet, two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. What are the things? The traveler tells that two vast and trunkless. Vast means big. So, or too big, and trunkless. Trunkless means without a body or torso. So, uh, too big and without body, there are two legs of stone. And where are the legs? Stand in the desert. Desert, that that is the place of sand. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and snare of cold command. See that near them means near the two legs of stone. There is a half sunk, shattered visage lies. Means there is the visage. Visage means face. Okay, there is the face, and that face is broken, shattered, and half sunk. Half sunk means buried. The half part of the face is buried in the sand near these two legs, and the face has some expressions. See that the word frown. Frown means anger. Then wrinkled lip. Wrinkled lip, paleless lip, and snare of cold command. And there is cold command means uh, there is the contemptuous remark on that face. Tell that it's sculptor. Well, those fashions read. Then see the word sculptor. Sculptor means one who practices the art of sculpting or carving. That is the person. And the sculptor has understood all the expressions, and he has given all those passions in the statue, yeah, which it survive alive. And because of that sculptor, the expressions of that statue are alive, stampede on these lifeless things. So stampede means these things are uh, there, curved on the statue. These are the lifeless things. Beyond the life, these things are there. Then see the next part. The hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, hey mighty and despair. Nothing beside remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sand stretch far away. See that the first line, the hand, means that sculptor's hand mocked them. Mocked them is mocked all expressions on that statue. Here, see the meaning of mocked. I have given here at the left side. Mocked means scorned, make fun of. Here it means reproduce or recreate so closely that the sculptor's skilled hands seem to have scorned the original. See that mocked means originality, as if alive. He has uh, curved these things just like the real man. So he is a very skilled person, that sculptor, and because of his art, all the expressions are alive on the statue, and the heart that fade. From the bottom of the heart, he has given all expressions on that statue. And on the pedestal. Here, pedestal means a raised platform to support a statue or the like, means where that is the pedestal, and on that pedestal there are some words, and these words appear. What is written there? What is the inscription of that? My name is Ozymandias. So the statue says that. What is his name? Ozymandias. And further, king of kings. Who is he? He is the great person, and this shows his power. King of kings, look my works. And he is saying, look at my work. Hey mighty. Hey mighty means, hey, that is the old English word. Hey means you mighty. And despair used as verb here, meaning to lose hopes. He is saying to onlookers that look at my works. Okay, he is very powerful and a very big person, and you might see that, and you will never lose hope because of that. And nothing beside remains means there are only two things. First is the uh, big two legs in that desert, and beside that there is the broken face. These two things are there, and beside that there is nothing. Means here, in another words, we can understand that uh, there is nothing now, everything is spoiled round the decay of that colossal wreck. Colossal means huge, and wreck means the uh, perish or destroyed things. Boundless and bare means here, around that statue, everything is ruined, and the huge destruction is there, and the vast and only the bare desert is there. The lone and level stands stretch far away. There is only desolate sand, and it is spreaded all over there. And in this word, we come to know that there is nothing. After that, I'm going to tell you in brief about the literary devices. P.B. Shelley has used literary devices to bring the uniqueness in his poem to the meanings. See, the first one, metaphor. It is the comparison between two things. There is one extended metaphor used in the poem, the statue of Ozymandias, and metaphorically represents power, legacy, and command. Okay, so the statue shows us his power, legacy, and his command. He was very popular and a very powerful king. It clarifies the meanings of the object and makes it clear that once the king was mighty and all powerful. It also shows that the sand has eroded the actual shape of the statue and representing the destructive power of time. So politically, biblically shows the condition of that time. Then see another literary device, that is assonance. Assonance means the repetition of the vowel sounds in the same line, such as the sounds of a in stand and sand. That is the repetition of a sound, that is the vowel, and sound of e in well and red. Then see the next, which is opposite to assonance, that is consonance, not opposite to, but assonance deals with the consonants, consonant sounds. Uh, Assonance deals with the vowel sounds, and consonance deals with the consonant sounds. So, consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds, such as so, in half sunk, a shattered usage, lies, whose frown. Here, so sound is repeated in uh, sunk, so, then shattered, so, and visage. There is also so, and you will notice that. Then the next literary device is the personification. It is used to compare human emotions with non-living things, or we can say to use human emotions for inanimate objects. He has used the personification twice in the poem. The fifth line, and wrinkled leaf and snare of cold command. See, this refers to the broken head of the statue. Okay, means that beside the legs there is uh, a face, that is a broken face, and the broken head of that statue uh, shows us some expressions like wrinkled lip and snare of cold command. However, the lifeless statue Ozymandias is referred to as a real person. Okay, this is why it is called personification. Means the statue's broken face is compared to a living person, or as a real person. The second example is in the sixth line of the poem, where tell that its sculptor, well those passions read, shows as if the statue is commanding, okay, the sculptor how to curve or express his emotions. Means here, the sculptor uh, is exactly trying to pour all the passions into that into that statue. Then see the next literary device, or irony, is a figure of speech used to represent the opposite meanings. Okay, the words Ozymandias description presents him as a mighty, okay, great and fierce king, but in reality there is nothing but a broken and lifeless statue. Besides that, there is nothing in that desert or in that sand. Then see the next one. I have continued it on this slide. Imagery. You will find the use of imagery in the present poem is used to make the reader feel things through five senses. It appeals to your senses. The poet has used images involving a sense of sight, such as two vast and trunkless legs, shattered face, wrinkled lip, and desert. These are the imagery examples of imagery. These images help readers visualize the statue of the broken statue. So it shows you the statue of the broken statue. Then see the use of alliteration. or repetition of the same consonant sound, just like assonance. We can say that the same lines are in the poetry, such as the use of sir in cold command, the sound of b in boundless and beyond, than the sound of I in lone and level. After this, I'm going to tell you in brief about the summary of the poem Ozymandias. So this is the name of the king of Egypt, and it shows power is only temporary. Means once he was there, he enjoyed his power, but after that, his statue remained there only, and that shows that power is only temporary. Because of his description, his face was uh, giving some expressions, and because of the cold command and sneer cold command, or the vast two legs, we come to know that he was powerful. And below that, there are some lines, king of kings. These lines show us the power is only temporary, and the power of nature, yes, the power of nature is permanent. His face is buried in that sand, all the things are destroyed, but the nature remained only there. And another important aspect in this poem is that due to sculptor, his art remained alive, immortal. Though the king is not alive, but because of that sculptor and that art, the things remained alive. Again, P.B. Shelley has used very effectively all the literary devices, or we can say figures of speech, to give the unique meaning to the poem. Then see that in the next lecture, I am going to teach the part of grammar, subject verb agreement in your textbook literary gleam, the page number 137 to 143. So I'm going to stop here. Thank you.